Live streamer jump scare. Let me post about the stream. I should do that. Gotta copy the link here. The stream's only gonna be about an hour, because I have some laundry in the dryer. I just put it in. That's actually a very convenient timing mechanism for me. Because once the stream is done, I can go just get my laundry out and do that. Yeah. Yeah. Post on Mastodon as well. Huh? Huh? Huh. Yes. All right. Yeah. Nice. All right. I've posted out about the stream. I can actually get started now. Sick. Weem fight time. I might not be able to get to reacting to the debate that I was looking at today, because it's a short stream and there's quite a few things to talk about. But we'll see. We'll see. This Politico article. I actually got to look up a couple things. Custom tracks worldwide. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. That's a lot of people. Nice. What? 2 Freddies? Oh, one of them might be the guest. One of them might be, like, guest me. I recognize Maverick. That's somebody I know. Okay. Whoa, follow sound. George Murphy 1, thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to the stream. It's always good to have new faces. Where's a good article? Reuters? Sure, Reuters. I'm kind of scrambling to find the news articles that I wanted to find for the topics that I... Yes. Human Rights Watch? Sure, let's go to Human Rights Watch. For that one. And then... Also, what else? Yes. Oh, wait, actually. Saw this, Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. You just duplicate that tab, bring it over here, go back, and I think I've got all the tabs ready that I wanted to, Nice. Okie dokie. Obstagoon's Palace. Full track. we'll track, I think. All right. I guess I'll start with the earthquake in Taiwan, because that's the thing. Here, let's go to the Independent for that one. So not yesterday, but maybe the day before or something like that, Taiwan experienced a pretty big earthquake. The largest in quite some time, magnitude 7 point something. There are some varying reports. Some outlets have said 7.2. Some of them say as high as 7.6. The point is, it was big, it was destructive, and it has resulted in now 10 confirmed deaths, which is not good, but you know, and many people injured as well. And obviously a lot of infrastructure damage as well, such as the nature of earthquakes. But it looks like, you know, because it's Taiwan, right? Because Taiwan is a relatively well-developed country, I have some feeling that Taiwan is going to be able to rebuild, which is good. You know, hopefully this doesn't make the region all too unstable. I know there was a tsunami warning that was actually sort of toned down. That was pretty good. I think a good silver lining there, that even though there was the potential for a tsunami to happen, it ended up not happening. You know, earthquakes can cause some widespread damage beyond just the quake itself. So, you know, definitely good that a tsunami didn't happen there, especially considering that if a tsunami were to happen, it would have hit Japan. I don't think Japan would be too ready for another tsunami. You know. Oh, what the? I've very weird wheelie lock. I tried to jump there. Me box. I can't believe I dodged that. I see. I'm gonna get big before... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get big in time to do this. I'm just gonna chuck that. Oh. I honestly kind of surprised that I got him. I'm gonna try to hold this mushroom. No. Alright, I gotta go back for it. Eh. Banana. Alright. I'll just hold that. That was really smart driving at the end. I had to miss that one mini turbo so I would be able to take the next turn early enough to trick the red shell into hitting the wall. Very smart driving, I think. Alright, back to this earthquake. 300 aftershocks? Jesus Christ, that's a lot. What? No, I was disconnected. It's okay, I'll just reconnect. Custom tracks worldwide. Yay. Let's do it. Please. Let's see. At least 10 people have now been confirmed dead after a 7.4 magnitude earthquake. More than 1,000 people were injured. Biggest earthquake recorded in 25 years in Taiwan. Tremors set off at least 9 landslides, and hillsides collapsed onto a highway in Hualien. which runs down the east coast of the island. Jesus, more than 300 aftershocks have forced terrified people to sleep in tents outside their houses or in emergency shelters. About 690 people were either still trapped or out of contact on Thursday, according to the Taiwanese Fire Agency. Those trapped, mostly hotel employees, earlier reported to be in the national park, were still out of contact with authorities. They haven't found them yet. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, a 6-magnitude earthquake struck off the east coast of Honshu, Japan on Thursday, according to the European Mediterranean Seismological Center. So maybe they're gonna get that tsunami after all. That doesn't sound too good. Come on, give me something, game. Okay. Are there implications to this? Is there anything beyond this story that, like... It seems like this is more than just the one earthquake. It seems like this is, kind of like some activity in that region along the Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire being like that area around the Pacific where the where there are a lot of active volcanoes and a lot of seismic activity as well, because there are plate boundaries, active plate boundaries there. No, what happened? You have been disconnected from Weemfi. What? Does somebody have it out for me over at Weemfi? I feel like somebody has it out for me over at Weemfi. And I'm not sure who or why. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways. Yay, custom track worldwide. Please, I want to play the game. That would be good. Figure that. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say for this earthquake itself. It's going to, I think, be a pretty standard fare rebuilding effort. But there was something that that occurred to me in light of another earthquake that happened, I think last year, in Turkey. I don't know who all would know too many details about that, but like, anyways, there was an earthquake in Turkey, I believe, of similar magnitude. It was like 7 or something like that, and killed tens of thousands of people instead of just like a handful of people, and resulting in some infrastructure damage. You know, it basically, this earthquake that happened last year ravaged the southeastern part of Turkey as well as the northern part of Syria, and there's like a there's a significant gap in circumstances that made that earthquake so bad, and this one comparatively less so. Oh, I guess the room split from earlier? I don't know. You know, in Turkey you have all this political corruption. It's a they're experiencing a lot of economic problems, and as a result, their infrastructure standards are pretty bad, and that results in it being very easy for an earthquake to just destroy entire cities, which is kind of what happened in Turkey. Meanwhile, Taiwan, it's well, it is also a much wealthier nation, so it has a sort of more stable civil society, and as a result, there's a lot more adherence to things like building codes and stuff like that. So far, so good. Taking very weird lines, but should be fine. Ooh, epic low trick. Nope. Kind of an awkward angle there to get sent at. Okay, this works. You know, under other circumstances, right? If this were another kind of disaster, for example, a storm or a fire or something like that, I might have something to say about the effect of climate change on this whole thing. But earthquakes, I don't think, at least unless there's something I'm misunderstanding about the way that plate tectonics work and how it interacts with other geological systems, I don't think earthquakes and the frequency of earthquakes will be too much affected by climatological trends, right? Like, I think that's going to be more or less the same. But what we will start seeing is you know, as well, climate change is just one factor that could have an impact on how wealthy a country is, how well it can manage its infrastructure. As countries experience more and more economic difficulty, it will be more and more economically difficult, autological, to maintain their infrastructure in the face of earthquakes like this. Climate change is one of those factors because eventually you're going to start seeing mass migration, you know, sea level rise, etc., etc. And as a result, governments are going to be worrying about the large numbers of people that are, you know, coming in or going out. And that's going to make it way harder to maintain infrastructure. And it's going to make every earthquake and whatever a lot more devastating each time. Ah, there we go. Okay, got our bigger room. Okay, this is the other part of that room. Nice. Ultimately, I just hope that I hope they find as many people as they can, and I hope that a tsunami does not hit Japan, because that would also be really... yeah. It's not something I have all that much useful to say about, because it's like... I don't know. It's only very tangential to politics, and my knowledge mostly lies in the realm of politics, philosophy, and, like, sociology a little bit. You know, the humanities, not so much geology and Poindexter shit. If that makes sense. Anywho. Now I can actually talk about the next thing, which would be good. Would be good for me. Current thing. Israel. Israel's the current thing right now. Ordinarily, I don't really cover that many developments from the genocide in Gaza because of, like, there's not much new happening in the sense of, like, yeah, Israel's just still doing the same things it's been doing. But this recent development regarding the World Central Kitchen is of note because it made a lot of Western governments very upset. It's sort of a rare example where Israel has actually stepped on the toes of its Western allies. The World Central Kitchen, as you could imagine, judging by the name, provides food to people that need it. They are food aid workers, and they're one of the convoys from the World Central Kitchen was struck by an Israeli airstrike by the IDF a little while ago. And according to an Al Jazeera investigation, this airstrike was actually fully intentional. The PR response from Netanyahu predictably was that, like, you know, this was an accident. You know, he actually owned up to, like, yes, the IDF did this, but Netanyahu was, like, insisting this was not on purpose. But according to this investigation from Al Jazeera, it was actually intentional. This attack was deliberately targeted at the World Central Kitchen, which fits within the pattern of behavior that Israel has exhibited of really, really not wanting aid to get into the Gaza Strip. You know, Israel has been very consistent in blocking aid from reaching the Palestinians, and you know, it's only, I guess, the next logical step that if the aid finally does get to them, they would, you know, just blow it up. You know, we saw kind of the same thing with the flower massacres when they when the IDF shot Palestinian civilians that were trying to get food from the aid convoys that were going to the places for that food to be delivered. You know. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay. Driving pretty good so far. That's not good. Second place. So, as I can read from the Al Jazeera article that I've pulled up. Al Jazeera Sanad probe. Israeli forces deliberately hit WCK convoy. Israeli army deliberately targeted World Central Kitchen convoy with 3 consecutive attacks, Al Jazeera concludes. How long is this article? Not super long. I'll go through it, see what pops out to me. So, just reiterating that, you know, this investigation found that this airstrike was intentional on Monday at 10:43 p.m., which would be 7:43 p.m. GMT. Journalists reported an Israeli shelling targeting a vehicle on Rashid Street in the central Gaza Strip, resulting in casualties. This matches the account of a displaced individual interviewed by Al Jazeera who confirmed multiple bombings between 11 and 11:30 p.m. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu admitted that the attack had been executed by Israeli forces, saying that they had, quote, unintentionally hit innocent people in the Gaza Strip. It happens in war. So even then, like, even when Netanyahu acknowledges, yes, we did this, he's like, well, but this is a consequence of war, you see. It happens. Probably take me a little bit to damn it. God damn, they're way up there, huh? I don't know this track as well as some other ones. Probably gonna throw that, maybe? Or maybe not. I don't know. Mega Mushroom again. gonna use this here. Just gonna chuck that. Ow. Figures. I guess I can keep reading. The investigation found that these attacks were in fact intentional. Oh, I think I got him. Yep. Basing their research on open source information, witness testimonies, and images from the site, let's see, a chronological and geographical timeline of events was constructed. Okay, that ought to be pretty interesting. Ah, he took that. Wow, that's a big shortcut. All right. Can't exactly scroll down right now, so it'll have to be a second. Right here. Okay. Let's see. WCK said in a statement on Tuesday its workers had been leaving the Deir al-Balah warehouse after delivering 100 tons of food aid that, despite coordinating movements with the Israeli army, the convoy was hit. So the Israeli army, the Israeli military actually knew where the convoy was going to be at what time, and they still hit it. There's pretty strong evidence that this was intentional. The shelling targeted 3 vehicles belonging to WCK, one at a time, 2 armored and 1 unarmored, killing 7 relief workers of various nationalities, including a Palestinian driver from Rafah. The Palestinian death is nothing new. I mean, Israel is pretty intent on killing as many Palestinians as possible. The interesting thing is that I think there were also Canadian and British nationals in these cars that were killed by them. Let me see. Where would that information? Not here. Seven WCK team members. Yeah, here we go. The 7 killed are from Australia, Poland, United Kingdom, a dual citizen of the US and Canada, and Palestine. That's the big thing. That's the big kicker there. As crass as it is, Western governments don't tend to really bat an eye when Arabs are killed, right? That's why I said that about the Palestinian guy. Obviously, every time a person dies, that's bad. But, like, Western governments care a lot more when one of their own is killed. And in this case, we had an Australian, an American, and a Canadian and a British person killed by this this incident, this attack. And that drew some international attention. It's sad, but like if anything causes there to be less support for Israel, it would be this, because like Israel already doesn't have the support of the public opinion in the West. Like in that respect, they are either on thin ice or just straight up like they don't have the support of the public, right? But they do still have a lot of support. Israel still has a lot of support from Western governments. And that's hopefully going to dry up a little bit Because ultimately, it is the support of governments that matters in terms of, like, well, actions like this. That was a pretty good usage of that ground mushroom. Mon Mothbike. That was a good POW, but Mon Mothbike, so there's only so much you can do with that. Okay. Driving pretty good this last lap. Just need to not make any really big mistakes. Just play it safe. Alright, we're good. Ooh. Sure. Keep going. Yeah, apparently the IDF said that they are also conducting an investigation, but you know the deal when they're like, "Oh, we investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing." Actually, that's what I imagine is going to happen there. Oh, wait a minute. That guy that followed earlier changed his name. So George Iyer rather than George something. So yeah, that was pretty bad. Ah, Mega Mushroom. I think I know where I want to use this. And that is right here. That's how you're supposed to do that. You have to get, like, no air off of that. Damn it. Okay. Short track. Got him! Haha. And that's how you race that track. Quick and easy. Or maybe not so easy, but eh. The next thing. I'm trying to like go through these quick because I only have an hour to stream today. Next thing would be the Turkish elections. Ah, yes. Okay. Elections be happening. I remember last year I actually covered the Turkish elections and the Thai elections. But only one of those two countries has elections this year, I think. Turkey's resurgent opposition trounces Erdogan in pivotal local elections. Apparently. Istanbul, from Reuters. Turks dealt President Tayyip Erdogan and his party their biggest electoral blow on Sunday in a nationwide local vote that reasserted the opposition as a political force and reinforced Istanbul Mayor Ekrem Imamoglu as the president's chief rival. With most of the votes counted, Imamoglu led by 10 percentage points in the mayoral race in Istanbul, Turkey's largest city. Holy shit, that bump. While his Republican People's Party retained Ankara and gained 15 other mayoral seats. in cities around the country. So for context, Erdogan's party is I forget the name of it, but it's like a nationalist party, and the opposition party here is the CHP. And I looked up what the CHP is, like what are their political leanings, and they are a left to, you know, it's like a center left to left party. Their leanings are from social democratic to socialist, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But you know, the important thing is that they're not like insane nationalists. No, okay. Alright, let's try this again. I got him. Mushroom, eh? I don't know where I would use this. Maybe here? I'll do... Or... what? That just didn't work. Okay. Shit. Okay. Very sloppy, but it worked. Oh, he's in a star? Oh, shit. Best item. Hell. I was actually racing a lot better than that guy to not get hit by those green shells, but he got a, I think he got a mushroom and I just didn't, so that's what's what. Oops. This is a good room. Small room, but I'm sticking with it. Okay. Yeah, here we go. It's it marked the worst defeat for Erdogan in his AK party, the AKP. Okay, there we go. That's the name of the party. They're more than 2 decades in power and could signal a change in the country's divided political landscape. Erdogan called it a turning point in a post-midnight address. And I think that's actually correct. I think, you know, Erdogan has been doing a lot of very authoritarian-minded things. He's been consolidating a lot of power in the executive. He's been doing a lot of things just short of, like, outright cheating the election. You know, to keep himself and his party in power. But, you know, in a time period where, like, democracy is very much the political expectation, where you're, even in a country that isn't very democratic, your elections are at least somewhat fair, there's not much he can do aside from another coup, you know, to keep the CHP from gaining some ground politically. And, you know, even then, it's questionable as to whether or not he would, like, actually get away with a coup. I'm gonna stay back here. I'm talking shit and getting hit. Got him. Silly me. Alright, now I gotta use this. The best item in the game. Nice. Ooh, I know exactly what to do with this. Somehow did not wheelie after that. And I win. Nice. Also, I should mention about Turkey the importance of the CHP winning in local elections. You know, national politics is the most spectacular form of politics. Of course, it's the politics that we hear about internationally. It's the politics that most frequently makes the news. But local politics is one of the most important ways to affect long-lasting policy change. And the CHP being a left party, if the left party holds power in a lot of local seats, and if they hold power for a decently long time, then there's a really good chance that they get some, like, very good policy changes passed. Like, well, for example, in the United States, the discourse is currently about the 4-day work week and, you know, affordable housing and, like, reducing costs for medical care and whatever. So, assuming there's some sort of similar platform for that in Turkey, then the CHP is going to have a field day with local politics. I'm not racing super well this race. Okay, that was good. Alright, I remember how to do this track now. I'm surprised this track is still in CTGP. I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't been removed from the pack. You know, it's very, very visually cluttered and very, very much like an obstacle to new players, you know, or like, very new player unfriendly. Yeah, okay. Erdogan and the AKP face fared worse than opinion polls predicted due to soaring inflation, satisfied Islamist voters. What the fuck? Okay. And in Istanbul, Imamoglu's appeal beyond the CHP's secular base. Huh. What is, let me see. This covers the mayor of Istanbul, but what is the CHP's platform? Turkey CHP platform. The Republican People's Party. Where is their current policy platform? Road to the center left. Okay, so they're a center left party. Political party that espouses social democracy and Kemalism, as in Kemal Atatürk. Yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. Oh, hey, we're back in the really big room. The distance between the party administration and many leftist grassroots, especially left-oriented Kurdish voters, contributed to the party's shift away from the political left. Really? That's interesting. Some leftists critical of Kemalism criticized the party's continuous opposition to the removal of Article 301 from the Turkish Penal Code, which caused people to be prosecuted for, quote, insulting Turkishness, unquote, including Elif Shafak and Nobel Prize winner author Orhan Pamuk. Really? Okay, okay. My dad really likes that author. Its conviction of Turkish-Armenian journalist Hrant Dink, its attitude towards minorities in Turkey, as well as its Cyprus policy. Numerous politicians from the party have espoused support for LGBT rights and the feminist movement in Turkey. Okay, so they're a light social democratic party who has some rifts with the left as locally organized in Turkey, but that's better than the AKP, so I'll take it. You know, obviously, lesser evilism is not something that I enjoy taking part in, but it is something that you have to engage with if you want things to get better, because step one is to stop them from getting worse. And, you know, CHP victory would at least enable there to be some room for the left to reassert itself in Turkey and to, you know, pursue projects of equal rights, which the CHP would be pretty amenable to. And then some more leftist economic projects, with this, which the CHP might not be as amenable to, but ultimately, you know, if that's where the popular support is, they would at some point have to follow that if their margins are secure enough to do so. And especially at the local level, this is the case with liberal parties elsewhere as well. You know, big tent left parties, like the Democratic Party in the United States, most of the local Democratic parties are considerably to the left of larger level Democratic parties. Because the people that are involved at the local level are passionate about the, you know, their organizing and whatever, you know, the shit matters to them. I don't know if that's actually faster to, like, skip that without a mushroom. Oh wow, I got major air off that. And that's why I don't do that. I'll just go this way this time. Okay, awkward, but that worked. Another blue shell. Okay. Got him. Yeah. Okay, that was a little bit more sketchy than the other times, but it worked out. Playing it real safe here. Nice. Back. Alright, cool. Front running. Anybody do the thing? They did. Okay. I like that track. That track has grown on me. For sure. Even though I still don't exactly know how to do that shortcut in on the one turn. Yeah. We'll see the you know, the consequences of this election in Turkey with the CHP getting a lot of local seats. We'll see how that translates into higher level victories, like in the national legislature or in the you know, in the presidency and whatever. I think there's also, looking at this, also a Kurdish party, like a Kurdish independence party, which might be, well, it could have some left or right tendencies depending on what kind of movement it is, you know? They all get mushrooms or something? Huh. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. I believe he's slowed down just to not get hit, so. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. The high level, like, elections. This is local elections, but, you know, I was saying we'll see how this translates to elections at the national level in Turkey. You know, I guess I can just defer back to what I said about lesser evils and like the relationship of there being a conservative party and a liberal party and whatever, especially because the CHP is a social democratic party and it's a big tent party, which means there's more room for the left in the CHP than there would be in like the Labour Party in the UK or the Democratic Party in the US, you know? Especially, like I said, at the local level where the national party infrastructure wouldn't have as much control over what those local parties are able to do, as long as they're more or less on board with the national platform, which, let me tell you, the you know, a left organizing bloc at a local level would have no problem with like a social democratic policy platform at a national level. You know. But in an optimistic future, like this party would be like a really strong opposition bloc to the AKP. The AKP being like a far right nationalist party. And who knows? It's possible that at some point in the 2020s or 2030s, especially as Erdogan starts to get really old, it's possible that we would see a reinvigorated Turkish left, and that, you know, things could get substantially better over there. Because believe it or not, far-right nationalists, not only are they like insane weirdos, they're also incompetent. You know, like a lot of the damage that was done in like the earthquake last year, a lot of the economic problems that Turkey's been facing, those have been the result of really, really bad policymaking by the AKP. You know, it's kind of like well, it's such a can of worms that I don't know if I could get into it without going on a whole research stream on why Turkey's economy is fucked. But if I'm assuming that there's some some elements that are similar to why a lot of European countries have a lot of trouble in their economies. That being like austerity politics and whatever, underinvestment in poor areas, the lack of accountability for large corporations and stuff like that. Things that would disadvantage the very poor and advantage the very rich, which left policies are designed to address. Yo, what's up, 8-bit? Ah, damn it. No, I got bumped off as fuck. God damn. Alright. Try this again. Okay, nobody has the shock right now. Because he pulled a star, and I have a golden, so. Unless the guy in last has the shock. Oh, what the? I thought I would get the big flip trick. I guess not. Okay, there's the shock. I'm gonna save this mushroom for after this part. There's a shortcut after the next ramp here. Just like that, I'm back in the pack. There we go. Just do that. Oh goodness, excuse me. Okay. That was a smart use of that green shell, but I don't know why he saw fit to target me when I was in such a low spot. Damn it, I thought... Okay. Alright, let's try this again. No! Son of a bitch. Took the one route that would run me into that banana. I'm really not happy with how I'm driving this race. I might actually do one more after this, even though we're coming up on an hour. I think I know where I want to use this golden. Yeah, I know where I want to use it. And that is right here. Oh, there's a shortcut there. I did not know that. I should keep that in mind for later. And just like that, I'm actually kind of back in the pack a little bit. Okay. Star. That's good. I'm gonna chain that. Okay. Yes, shock dodge. And I'm in second now. Okay. Never mind. I said I was gonna do another race, but I guess not. Yo, what's up, Globalized? My agenda 69. I decided to only make this stream 1 hour because I'm doing laundry and I need to be able to do that. Sorry you had to come in right at the end of stream. And I mean right at the end. That was the... I decided that was going to be the last race. Even though I didn't drive super well for most of it. But the way I played the ending was almost perfect. I got that star. I chained it at the right box. Right at the very minute. Yeah, that's true. Look, if you want to catch up on it, you can see it. You can check it out at the VODs page. I didn't even get through everything that I wanted to talk about. Let's see. I talked about the earthquake in Taiwan. I talked about the Turkish elections. I talked about, I think, something else as well. Oh yeah, the strike on the World Central Kitchen. I think it was those 3 news items mostly. But anyways, there's still a couple things that I didn't get to talk about that I want to. So I will be back next time. In fact, one of them is something that 1v3 suggested I talk about. So I guess maybe I'll wait for them to be here for me to talk about it. I'll try to come back tomorrow. I'm in a good headspace right now. The weather's nice out today. You know, I ultimately just did a stream because I felt like it, and I think I want to do one tomorrow as well. And it's like I actually want to do one because there are things I have in mind for it. 4 viewers. It's a shame all you guys had to come in right as stream was wrapping up. But anyways, I'm gonna see if anybody's live. You know, such is my typical routine. Nobody, so I don't know if I'm going to wait, actually.
I do.
Nope. Yeah. Hello and goodbye then? Yeah, hello and goodbye. Here, I'm gonna raid Denims, even though I don't follow them. They're pretty cool, I think. Let's go /raid Denims. Oh, come on. Log in. Yeah. Log in, please. Okay, well. No. Alright, I'll just do it from the chat here, /raid Denons. Not allow you to raid this time. Okay, so no raid then, it seems. I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully tomorrow. Most likely early afternoon. Although possibly in the morning, we'll see.